the channel. Please comment, like, and subscribe. How are you guys doing? We're halfway through the week. Yay! Guys, I wanted to talk some more on the FOIA, because for me, that is a big thing, because that's the truth in what's going on here with Gypsy Rose and this false popularity, false celebrity. I mean, how we as people have put a schmurder on a pedestal. How Lifetime Network made a show about her. How are we doing this as people? How are we thinking that it is okay to commit a schmurder? Not only a schmurder, but you do that to your mother. I don't understand how we, as a society, thinks that's okay. I got a few things off of GRB Snark, and it comes from the FOIA, and I want to go over a couple of them. Because, I mean, to me, I think about this, and it just makes no sense to me. And now this schmurder is responsible for a baby? What kind of universe are we in? So let's go to the first bullet point. Now, guys, this is from the Waukesha County Sheriff's Department. Here's the first bullet point. During the course of the investigation, it was reported Gypsy had performed a search on an unknown computer for ways to kill her mother. So, guys, with this point, this shows her level of manipulation, her level of planning. Because we know that she manipulated Nick for over 2 years to have them do this to her mother. Because she couldn't do it. She already tried. Remember the whole BB gun? I mean, with the whole BB gun, first she knew it was a BB gun, then she didn't know it was a BB gun. I mean, which one was it, Gypsy? Tell the truth for once in your life. But here again, she took the plea deal. And what I think is so bad is she took the plea deal and then the cops just stopped. They stopped all of the investigations. Why? There were other crimes there. Why wouldn't they keep the investigation going? So let's go on to point 2. Initial reports from neighbors of Claudinia and Gypsy indicated Gypsy has a muscular disease restricting her to a wheelchair for mobility and has had leukemia in the past. When Gypsy was contacted by Waukesha County deputies, there was no wheelchair present, and Gypsy was walking on her own with no assistance. Through the course of this investigation, Gypsy has been seen on video at multiple locations in Springfield, Missouri, walking on her own and even carrying luggage. At least 4 different birth years have been reported for Gypsy, which would make her actual age range from 17 to 23 years old. What was Gypsy's plan? She's on video walking around Springfield carrying her luggage with Nicholas. And you know, I know that Toddy one of her theories, which I think is a good theory, is that Nick was not supposed to leave that house. That Gypsy was going to pretend like he broke into her house and killed, it was like a robbery or something. But you know what? I used to go with that. I was like, yeah, that could be it. And it still could be. But I didn't realize. I knew they had that one video of them going to the bus station. But I didn't realize they had a bunch of different videos of them two together. And you know what? They wouldn't have had that if Gypsy's plan probably would have come to pass. But what was her plan, guys? She didn't have a ticket to leave and go out of town with Nick. So the question is, what was her plan? Do you think that Nicholas was supposed to leave that night? I just don't think that everything went the way it was planned. Because I kind of believe, Toddy, maybe they were something was going to happen to Nicholas and he wasn't going to leave. But I just think that things didn't go the way she wanted them to go. Because she is videotaped all over town walking around. And you got to think, if it went the way she wanted it to go, they would have found Dee Dee unalived in her bed. Then they would have found Nicholas unalived somewhere in the apartment. And Gyp would have been gone somewhere. She'd be missing. And everybody would be looking for a little girl in a wheelchair. And all Gyp would have to do is she's walking around, she's got her wigs, and she could take on another identity. But my thing is, why didn't she take all the money? Do you think that she was planning on going back to the house and taking the money? Maybe there was supposed to be a third person. I've always thought there was a third person, because you know that Nick talked about the person in the raincoat. Who is the person in the raincoat? There's more to the story. And I wish if it was another person in the raincoat, I just wish they would come out and blow all of this out of the water. Why don't they write a book? At least we could get it from that, get the story from their point of view. Let's go on.
These facts appear to show there was fraud occurring, to include receiving community and government funds for medical conditions that were inaccurately represented, a Facebook page with the username Gypsy's Trip was located, where people were being asked to donate money for Claudina and Gypsy to go on a trip for Gypsy's medical conditions. Following the missing persons report, a Facebook group was created with the username Praying for D and Gypsy. It was reported that family members of Claudina and Gypsy had made comments on this page, stating the medical conditions were fraudulent and calling them a scam. These comments had been deleted by the time they were brought to the attention of Greene County deputies.
So this is kind of strange to me. So I guess the family was calling Gypsy and Dee Dee a fraud? Is that what this is saying? And if it was, which family members did that? Was it Rod and Christy? And if it was them, why didn't they go and get Gypsy and get her out of that situation? Or was it Dee Dee's family? The sad thing about it is we'll never know. because we know that Christy said that she knew Gypsy could walk. She knew that. Rod knew that. But yet when they were going to go and visit Gypsy and Dee Dee, when they took a vacation to Nashville, they couldn't get in touch with Dee Dee over the phone. So what does a concerned father do if his ex-wife that is in poor health and his sickly daughter's not answering the phone? What does a caring father do? He turns around and goes back home. That is insane to me. And we also know, allegedly, that Rod went to jail several times for not paying child support. He wasn't paying this big amount of child support the way he was saying. That didn't happen. If he did, why did Dee Dee have to take him to court on several occasions to get him to start paying child support? And is that why Dee Dee had to do this fraud? Because Rod didn't pay his child support the way he's supposed to? Who knows?
It is my belief, due to this information, Claudinia and Gypsy have defrauded an unknown amount of persons for an unknown amount of time. A search warrant is needed to location any medical documentation regarding Gypsy's medical conditions. During the course of my investigation, I discovered that Gypsy was seen at Cox Hospital. It is believed that if these records are obtained, we will be able to determine that nature and extent of her medical condition. This surveillance video will confirm she was seen by personnel at Cox Hospital on June 8, 2015, between the hours of 16:09, admitted, and 1921, discharged.
The sad thing about it is we have our medical records. The medical records are there. But everything stopped. Everything stopped. Why did everything stop? Guys, she took a plea deal. Once she took that plea deal, everything stopped. No more investigations. No more looking into these scams where it scammed hundreds or even thousands of people out of money to pay for the Disney trips, the trips for her to go swimming with the dolphins, the royal mashed potatoes. She scammed. And since she took that plea deal, everything stopped. I could see everything stopping for maybe the schmurder. Excuse me, guys. But not with the fraud and the conning. That investigation didn't have to stop. So she got away with those years and years of conning, frauding. She got away with all of it. So when she went to prison, she knew she got away with it. And what did she do when she came out? Let the scams begin. Because she started scamming, defrauding, and doing all this stuff again. Because she was never caught. She didn't have to, there was no consequences for her actions of her frauding, manipulating, all of this stuff out of people. So guess what, guys? That's what she's doing again. She's not going to get a regular 9-to-5. Why would she? When she can get so much money just sitting on her sofa at home, defrauding everybody. This time, it's not about medical fraud this time. No, she's acting like she is a celebrity. Gosh, she's not a celebrity. And with Lifetime should be ashamed of itself. Melissa Moore should be ashamed of herself. Because, we got to look at Melissa Moore. She's gotten famous off of the the schmurders that her father did. She didn't even have to schmurder anybody. But those poor women that was schmurdered by her father, she has gotten famous off of that and making money off of that. It's a shame. Guys, we need to stop putting these people on such a high platform. For me, Gypsy Rose don't even deserve a platform. She met Nicholas on a social media site. That's the way they planned everything, was from a social media site. So she does not need a platform at all. TikTok, Facebook, you should be Instagram, you should be ashamed of yourself for giving her that platform to scam people with. Guys, let me know what you think down in the comments. I just hope that a media source somewhere will pick this up and finally tell the truth. Right now, we're the underdogs, but hopefully it'll happen. I love you guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.